Hello everyone, my fellow boxers. Today, we're once again going to talk in depth about the versatile kettlebell, its incredible benefits, and its unique power for boxers. So please watch very closely and take note. Look, one of the most essential and fundamental exercises for developing explosive power in boxing are these dynamic swinging motions, which are executed with a powerful rhythmic swing, originating directly from this explosive part. While the first part of our routine focused primarily on foundational stabilization, in this second part we are going to dive much deeper into several key aspects of explosiveness. To be honest, I actually used to think of this specific movement as being purely a simple warm-up exercise rather than a core part of the training. All right, now take a look. Grab it firmly with both hands. And try to literally yank it up with a swing, just like this. Here, your foot and everything else are working together. That is, you even go up on your toes to engage the entire leg cycle for the explosive movement. See? Bring it all the way back towards the end. Really bring it back. There you go, just like that. Good. The next point is also specifically about explosive power. You grab it firmly with one hand, start the movement with your legs, and then jerk it sharply upward in one motion. Look at that. It flies up all on its own. You can also arch your body completely all the way up onto your toes. Look, here is a nuance. So you pull it here like this. And you really don't even need to worry about this part at all. See? There we go. And it's all finished now. That is certainly enough. That was absolutely correct. Now, how can this make your strike significantly more powerful and effective? Here's the first thing you do. Right? You make an explosive movement with this motion. Whether here or here. See, the principles are similar. You can push it out in this direction or that direction. The one crucial thing, which is kind of key, is that the equipment needs to be positioned absolutely perfectly right in the center. No tilting to either side at all. Next option. An exercise to prepare for the upward strike. It's all very simple. Maintain your elbow close and power steadily through the movement. Try to fully extend your elbow as little as possible, so to keep the tension in the targeted muscle group. So, not like this. So basically what you do is you just swing it right under for the quick upward strike. See exactly where I'm holding it? Not on the fingers, but on this part. And it's with this part that you flick it. Oh, see how? And right over here. Push your hand very deep in there, straight inside. You need to swing it over. There you go. Keep trying. Now look. Watch. This part should be working for you. The shoulder should be working. With your shoulder, and use it for everything. Now try walking in exactly the same way. Add some movement. Stop, set it down. To create the movement, you need to understand where you're going to drive it from. See? Here's your movement. Here's your movement. See how smoothly it turns out? See? It's simple. Try it one more time. You just need to get used to all these exercises. That is already looking much better. Do everything through the center. The next exercise is a high-intensity speed drill. But before that, I'd like to take a moment to dispel one of the fundamental myths that this piece of equipment slows boxers down. The fact is, some speed qualities can only be developed with a significantly heavier weight. Well, not necessarily a heavy weight, but let's say with a weight that is quite challenging for you to handle. Sometimes you really need that to successfully generate momentum. Not just momentum in a specific muscle, but momentum throughout the whole body. And that can only be achieved with strong muscles. If any of your muscles are lagging behind, the technique won't work. The second. So look, you carefully grip the handle from above like this and start accelerating the movement. This is also very effective for the uppercut and for the hook. That is the moment when you raise your elbow as high as possible. Look, as high as it goes. Like this. At the same time, the kettlebell stays in place. And here's another point, look. See here, your bone is bent at an angle. Straighten it. Set it up again, and I'll show you the grip. Because the grip makes a big difference. Look here. See how I'm gripping it? See? See the angle? In the wrist? There it is. Exactly for the strike. It really looks like you're flaring your elbows out way too much during this movement. Well, actually, a total of 16 kilograms is not actually a very heavy weight. So you can do it once a week as a must. If you want growth, real growth, you can do it every other day if you like. I know guys who do it every day, but to be fair, they do different exercises. That is, they don't just do one exercise, but various exercises. They just love this piece of equipment so much. It's versatile, compact, and basically accessible. That's why it's so popular. Lately, there's been a renewed interest in it. All the top-tier professional fighters use it. I honestly don't know of a single one who doesn't regularly train with a kettlebell. From the perspective of truly dedicated and serious fighters, once again, I'm telling you, the strengthening, if you work with a kettlebell for 3 months, you'll feel it right away. Even in terms of stabilization. Did you work with a kettlebell? Did it help you? The sensations are immediately different. You feel completely different. There is also another specific exercise to mention. It is a helpful preparatory movement performed in a very similar fashion, incorporating a controlled extension at the end. This is considered a helpful stabilizing exercise. Here, look at this nuance. You can actually move it away from yourself entirely. You can do it with a short range, with a twist. See how technical that twist is? This technical twist is exactly like delivering strikes. Here, you can extend it both from below and from the side. That's why you need to make use of this variety. The variety of the movement itself. Now, I'll try a short one first. Well, the short one, yes, the short one works really well. And now just increase the amplitude. And do you notice this phase where you relax? At the top point, you reach relaxation. And then compression again. The next logical step in the progression of this exercise is to fully disengage and release, as they say, the lower part. Now, take a very close look at this. It's the same principle. Now, I want you to bring your knees together just a little, exactly like this. Yes, 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 yes. Do you see how it starts to work differently now? Over here, you can simply throw it out using only your legs. But in this position, you are forced to use your entire body. So it is really all about that vital connection between the legs and the body. That is all there is to it. Here, the oblique abs work very well, and the back works very well too. You do the same thing, but now lying down. Like this. Now it's the shoulders. Stretch your arms up a little. Just a little. There, from here. There you go. Try to twist your shoulder blades. Or rather, not twist, but just lift one of your shoulder blades. It's a really good exercise. I distinctly remember when I was about 15 years old, I used to do it 50 times in a row. Just watch exactly how it is done. You simply grab it from right above with your hand and swing it over. Make sure that both of your shoulder blades are pressed down completely and firmly against the floor. Here, the technical aspect really comes into play. No one ever taught me the technical aspect. I just did the exercise the way everyone else did. Somehow it just adjusts itself. See? There you go. That's the mode. From here to here. See? As you can see, this device has stopped functioning properly and it just won't work for us anymore. It will not work anymore, Dimka. Go ahead and put it down. Now by your headboard, simply reach out and grab it just the way it's standing there. Yeah, the exercise is actually quite similar to a pullover, only with a much shorter range of motion. Let me repeat that one more time. I used to do 50 to 60 reps with 16 kilograms. Then I did this exercise with 32 kilograms. I was about 16 or 17 years old then too. Ready? Pull it up to here. Bring your hands and elbows in a little. Yeah, go. There, that's enough. Just up to here, that's it. Don't lower it any further. There. That's where the movement happens. Does it look like an uppercut? See, this is a safe way to train. Just be careful not to hit yourself in the head with it. There's another exercise based on this one. It's fun too, and you do it with straight arms. Want to try? Bring your elbows together. There you go. Now with straight arms. How do I hold it? This way or that? Whichever is more comfortable for you. You can do it like this. And this way is correct too. There you go. With straight arms. Go ahead. Pull, pull, pull. Just up to here. That's it. Straight arms. Yes, that's it. Exactly right. Try to keep your elbows close together. The exercise is simple enough. But even so, if you've never done it before, you really need to pay close attention to your form. It all seems, well, just really basic. But to actually learn it properly, well, it really takes quite a bit of time. For you, you see, this is just the very beginning of your journey. So while you're trying it out and starting off, the most important thing for you to do is to carefully absorb all of these key technical points. That's all there is to it. You lift it up, just like this, and you start making circles. Moving in one direction, and then back in the opposite way. And here's another exercise. This exercise is already a classic in boxing school. I swear that's exactly how we did it. For fighters, let's say, in the lightweight category, 16 kilograms is just right. For those over 70 kilograms, 24. And for those over 80 kilograms, 32. Look, from here, with a simple movement. You can put one hand here or behind your head, and you lift it up like this. See? The exercise isn't difficult. But it does require strength. If you press it like this 30 times, it is possible. For me, it's just that having my hand behind my head is more comfortable, you see. It also has its own very unique and particular characteristics as well. From the series of, well, I don't know, simple exercises, this one is also done lying down flat on the floor, like this. There's one very important thing to note here. When we didn't have a mat, we would actually fold up a thick towel several times and put it underneath. Because here you're making an angle with your elbow. Basically, you're literally resting on your elbows. So regarding, this exercise is not recommended for beginners at all. It's associated with a risk of injury. So you slowly do things like this. See? If you already have some experience, you can do it faster. So your wrist should be working, only your wrist. Right here, this is where you fix it. See, your fingers are starting to spread apart. Hold it, hold it. This is also a very interesting exercise. By the way, you can do it with 2 kettlebells as well. There you go. But specifically in our own version right here, using the weight bench, you can clearly see that they are just about the same. So you will want to fix one hand exactly like this. Watch very closely once again how I grip it firmly and then exactly how I pull it back towards me. Here's the movement. You can pull it just like this, or you can pull it like this towards your shoulder. Once again, the difference to the chest. and to the shoulder. There's also a third possible option when you pull directly toward your lat here. You pull right down here. See? There are 3 different positions and 3 distinct options to consider. Let's start by trying the chest area first. Chest, shoulder, hip. Chest. Here's where the chest is. Fold it. Here the biceps is working. Right at this fold, the biceps is working. Push even stronger now. Lift it all the way up to the shoulder. More with the elbow. There you go. Don't touch the floor. To the hip. And bring it out here. Yeah. Now it's starting to look right. Furthermore, this specific kind of macro complex for your legs is also consistently recognized as one of the remarkably simple yet highly effective exercises for developing fundamental lower body strength and functional power. You put one leg on a chair, then the other. Look, there's a difference. Here, you're holding the kettlebell and squatting. That's one system. If you hold it here, it's a different system. So, do it twice each way. 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, I'm telling you, these simple exercises are very useful. By the way, it is not just exclusively for boxing. That is, in some sports, these are actually fundamental foundational exercises for strengthening and developing the skeleton in general. Or as they say, the core. Here is one of the more serious exercises. You firmly grasp the kettlebell, drive your elbow upward, and at least perform this movement 3 times. This is also a very serious, intense, and very powerful workout. This is really for strong guys. And if any of you actually manages to do this exercise, even 4 times in a row, guys, please let us know. We'll give you a shout out. Oh, here we go. Come on. Oh, come on. Hang in there. There you go, good job. Well done. Guys, go for it. Maybe you'll succeed. From now on, we'll continue to explore this topic with kettlebells. That is, we'll show even more challenging and advanced exercises. So, based on the basic movements, you can add a lot of complications. Now, that is precisely the purpose of these specialized exercises. As your level of skill and experience continues to grow, the more difficult it inevitably gets. That is, to the point where certain advanced exercises cannot be performed without extensive special preparatory training. So guys, I want you to watch closely, observe every detail, and take careful note.